Is it too quiet? Here, let me right there. Oh, jeez. Back, yep, I'm back. Hi, hi. Okay. Okay. Send people. Who is this? There you go. Is this volume okay or is it too loud? And let's go, Brandon. If you're still here, thank you for the $100. Guess I'll take another 4 shots and uh spin the wheel twice. Okay, we're back. YouTube video it won't switch to just from top messages. Mama. But hey, welcome back, you guys. Let's see. Sending people links again because I don't know how to do this. Um, leave. Welcome back. Hey, how you doing? Mrs. K Grift, yeah. App might be weird. Danielle, how you
Hey,
doing? I still can't
good.
see you.
Gosney's gone. I know. I don't know what's going on.
And Jay, how are you doing? Ooh,
Hey,
that's
back here again.
there we go.
Okay, everything's
Okay, so I
working well
can't hear you
now.
guys, so
Okay.
I'll just join on a different tab myself.
Yeah, now we had a 25-minute conversation that nobody was a part of. I don't.
Yeah, I guess so, Jay.
And now Connor's here twice again.
Okay.
But it
It all
was a
figured
good
out.
it was a good conversation though. It was a good conversation that everybody missed, and now I can't replay it in my head. I can't
Oh, I
replay
hate
it in
this
my
so
head.
much.
We
Did
did
you
it,
know that?
and now we're gone.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that he left though.
But everything's good now. Well, I don't know if everything's good, but me and Danielle can hang out, so we got something.
We're just ruling the show, Jay.
Well, I've run the show. I've run a show by myself before, so we can do this. We can hang out.
That I have not done, but yeah, we can do this. We got this. Like Connor figures it out.
Danielle, do you have a channel? I don't know. I don't know.
Don't. No, and it's not. I used to go on Jeff's F at Fridays, and I was a good friend of his, and the experts FNL and stuff like that. So, and now Connor's Screw It Saturdays. So I'm just one of those. Just been around for a while, but no channel of my own now.
Oh, okay. I'm
just a friend of a channel, basically. I'm sorry?
Have we met before?
We have. We streamed together before, and your first stream, I made sure that I was in the chat, like congratulating you.
Oh, it was awful. That was a bad stream.
Was it? No.
I nearly took it down. Rosalind was on it, and she carried the show.
I absolutely love her. Yeah.
And I was so embarrassed by it because Shizzy, he's like, Jay, the night before on the expert, he's like, Jay, I'm gonna redirect to you. And then I'm having this horrible stream, and next thing you know, there's 300 some people there, and I'm like, gosh dang it, this is awful. And it went bad, and I was so embarrassed. And then I went on Tuesday morning, because I did that on Saturday. I went on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And there was like 9 people there. It was perfect because Vice was there. And he was like giving me some tips, like, hey, this isn't working, do this. And I was like, okay, this is what I need to help me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I've just been working week after week to try and improve things a little bit at a time. But yeah, it's a process.
Sure.
But yeah, I nearly like bolted from YouTube after the first stream because I was like, this is not good. And then my third stream was very, very good. And Megan Fox and Tug picked up on it. They shared portions of it. And no, things went really well for me after that. But no, I nearly bailed from this whole thing after 2 hours.
Sorry for interrupting, but what was the answer for this question? Which book is it that Steve?
Death Penalty Desires.
Oh, so
that's the one you have, Connor.
This one.
It is.
Oh,
he as you guys could see, I don't know. I think it was just me, Jay, and Steve talking for a little bit there, but
yeah,
it upsets him a lot. That whole thing did a number. So, yeah, that was he got a lot of slack, lost his job and everything for that. But,
yeah, your mom's been with me since the start. Thank you, your mom. I appreciate it so much. Your mom's been great for me. Thank you. And then look over here. Oh, I forgot where I was at. Oh, there we are. I want to get back to chat, so I'm going to go back to your new link. I'm going to go back to your new link, Vice, so I can do chat again. And wait.
Do I need it? I don't know what okay. Do I just stay put?
No, you're good. You're good. I just wanted to do the actual YouTube channel that he has so I can interact with chat when need be. But no, because Connor, on this app that you have, can I message with chat in this, or do I have to be on the actual YouTube channel? Because I don't see a way to actually message with chat here.
Where are you at?
Well, Connor left us again. Connor's gone. All right, well.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Okay, Connor's still there. Okay, there he is.
Let's do a quick bio break, sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. No, is there a way for me to chat on the stream, or do I have to be on the YouTube page to chat?
So for this Talk Studio, you'll have to connect your account to Talk Studio, this little website, or you'll have to go to my channel and then chat there.
I'll go to the YouTube chat, okay? Because I can't figure out anything that you just said. And yes, D what? Smash that like. Smash that like.
Who's gonna do the milkshake dance? Who knows? Do what?
What is it?
D what asked who's gonna do the milkshake dance?
Oh, not Danielle. I don't have those kind of balls.
Is my microphone really quiet?
Is your microphone quiet?
Yeah.
I can hear you. It's a little.
You're generally pretty quiet, so I can hear you too.
I don't know, Alan. I don't know when the stripper's gonna come.
What,
Probably
wait,
never.
wait, I didn't know we're gonna have strippers on this. I was not told that there would be strippers on this panel. I'm
You
waiting
never know.
impatiently, not even patiently, impatiently. I'm waiting for these strippers to arrive.
But before Let's Go Brendan gets angry, let's do the 2 spins and 4 shots.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I never know how to do this. Share screen. Screens. The screen. Share.
Hey, T-Rex Trucking. How are you, T-Rex? Thank you.
Lexi.
And hey, Jeannie. Hi, Jeannie. My number one fan.
What's up, T-Rex? Am I still a little too quiet, chat? I don't know. But, oh. I am... Mezcal. Sweet. Mezcal and... Last dab. You're good? Okay. Sweet. Dinosaur from Dollywood Trip. Nice. Okay. So we got the last dab and mezcal. I'll do the mezcal first. How about that?
What is that?
It's I think it's a Mexican alcohol. Let's see. Yeah, it's from Mexico. And it's
I take it you never had it before.
it's not tequila. I'm not very familiar with it, so I'm not the best person to ask what it is.
Just bought it. Yeah.
But it's Mrs. K. Griff says it's delicious. I think. Well, okay. So the first shot that I had ever, I enjoyed it. Oops.
Yeah.
After that, I hate it.
Okay, so that was that, right? So that
was
says spin
mezcal.
on the wheel. Okay.
And I have the Last Step Experience, which is the second shot that. Oh.
That didn't sound good. What was that?
I just broke one of the hot sauce.
I thought I heard a splash.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves while I clean this up. How about that?
Poor Connor.
What What a mess of a stream. If I
What a
ran a
mess of-
stream like this, I would be off of YouTube right away. They would
Yeah.
take me off, but no, with Connor, they're like, well, you can
Welcome
hang
to
around,
Screw It
but-
Saturday, where I just say screw it to everything.
You're just saying screw it all over the place.
You know, I run a very professional channel where I don't do this type of stuff. It is very professional, and I make sure that there are no mishaps.
No mistakes. Yeah.
But over
That's what-
here, it's chaos. It's chaos over here.
I love it. I tell everybody you need your mistakes. You need your screw ups. You need, embrace them. Because that's how we learn to do better. But sometimes when everything's a mess, it puts a lot of other things in perspective. So
No, the mess is part of the stream. And I learned that early on because I was a mess early on, and I'm still a mess. But
there's nothing wrong with that. I think we all are in this community.
yeah, it's what we do, and it's not even learning from our mistakes; it's embracing the mistakes.
Embracing them, absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen so many streams go right. Like, how many times have I seen Jeff or however many people be on mute for 10 minutes or whatever? And I won't tell them because I enjoy it. I'm like, no,
I enjoy watching it. Yeah, you're so funny. I'm not gonna tell them. I enjoy it. That's funny.
Yeah, it is. It's a good time. And so, yeah, whether you're by yourself or you have other people here to co-host or be a guest or whatever, it's always better to stream with a friend, I've found.
Sure.
But no, I know I can handle it on my own. But it's been a fun ride. Danielle, you have to join me one of these times. You have to join me on a People Watch.
I would love to. I would love to join you.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
Yeah, hit me up on X and Ginny. Yes, he does. And make sure Jay's always very professional. A professional mess, but yeah, very professional. Thanks, Ginny.
Oh. A professional mess. I like that.
Yeah, it's what I do best. But normally, there's usually people that keep me in my place. That like hold.
We
my
gotta
hand.
have those few that keep us straight.
Yeah, the people that hold my hand and tell me what to do.
Right.
But no, for the last couple of streams, I had to do it all by myself, and it was really hard. And because I normally don't have to do anything other than show up. But now I'm like, oh man, I have to do a lot of stuff on my own. This is horrible. But
Do more than show up. Yeah. Aw. I think he had a mess to clean up there.
a major mess. Probably had to call in an entire team of people to get that cleaned up. But hopefully it happens.
Aw.
I mean, I've never broken bottles and destroyed things on my stream before, but look at this guy. He's completely falling apart. I've been here for like all of an hour and a half, and he's completely falling apart, destroying his own stream while I sit here and pull things together and have to carry the load and provide
the full load. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Jess, Moxie.
I don't even get paid for this. And, I'm here, I'm carrying the load, doing all the work here while Connor's like, I got to clean up some hot sauce.
You got to clean the house.
Steve runs away. He's like, this ain't going good. I'm getting out of here. So Steve bails on
us. Yeah.
So it's just Jay Hip running the whole thing, and I'm not even getting any breadsticks. I'm not getting any
breadsticks.
Yeah, breadstick will come soon. Okay, so here's Mr. Kaiser.
Hi.
Here's
Kaiser.
Sorry, guys, I have to clean up some mess that I made.
I just got in town to say, boy, my arm's tired.
Yeah, so
Oh.
you're right.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Are you home, Kaiser?
just literally got here, set my bags down, and I was like, "Oh, hey, new lake, awesome!"
Yay! I'm glad you made it home safe.
Yes, glad to be home. It was 3 days instead of 4 this time, but yeah.
Where'd you go?
Whew. I say we had the Dollywood from with the expert and crew. Yep. So I was down there
The
live.
meetup.
It was a lot of fun. It was our second time doing it, and it was a blast.
Did you live stream that?
Yeah, expert did.
Okay. I remember last year's. It was a little wonky with the microphone setup, but
Oh,
we'll
it
have
was
to
kind of
catch
a
the
shit
replay
show
for the
last
new
year.
Yeah, there was there was no end of audio issues this year either, but we eventually got it working, and it was fine. So eventually we just had that moment of we'll do it live, screw it, and then just it worked out perfectly from there. Everything was great.
awesome. I'll have to catch the replay.
It was a blast.
Looked like a blast. It was good seeing all of you.
Oh, the after party, just all of us cool kids standing outside the venue, just, hanging out on the sidewalk was just as much fun.
Nice.
Oh, it was good.
No, it was a fun watch. I caught a little bit on the replay. I haven't caught the whole thing. I'll have to go back and watch the whole thing. But I was live last night myself, so I couldn't watch it live.
Yeah.
But no, I did catch bits and pieces on the replay. It looked like it was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
And a good time. I think I might even try and join next year if I can. But no, it really
cool.
looked like a good time.
Very nice. Oh,
Lady
awesome.
Autumn Sky.
Well, I mean, next year, Connor, we got to get you down there, man. We got to do it. You're muted.
You're muted.
You made it. Oh boy.
Boomer.
Seen this happen a million times before. Here we go.
Here's the thing. I still owe Let's Go Brendan 4 shots.
Oh.
Four?
Sure, it's fair.
Yeah.
So after this 4 shots, I'm raising the price to $50 a shot,
Good.
not 25.
Oh, damn. You were going
Good
cheap,
choice.
man. What the
Oh
hell?
no.
I'm going off of my first
Yeah,
stream.
he's already,
First
Jess,
stream
he's
was
already
cool.
done like
So I'm
8 shots.
Okay, cool. Like I'll be safe to do $25 a shot, and then Let's Go showed up, and he's like hundreds after hundreds after hundreds.
It sounded like a cheap date there, bud. Jeez.
Oh,
It is what it
he's
is.
learning. He's adapting.
There we go.
He'll learn.
We'll get you there.
Remember that one time
used to
Jeff
drink
had like,
alcohol.
what was he at? Like 18 shots? I'm like, how? How?
Yeah, 18 shots.
He's like, no, I'm fine. I
now.
think that was the stream
This
later
will
on,
be-
though, that he kind of just like went catatonic.
Good.
Oh, I made a
This will
huge
be
error.
22 shots if I finish this.
Jeez.
What are we taking shots of?
He's like had all kinds of stuff.
We have vodka, tequila,
Jaeger.
Oh, no.
Jaeger, rum,
He already had Jaeger.
Oh, I haven't had Jaeger in forever.
brandy.
Is it?
Licorice, right, Jess? Oh,
Yeah, it's better when it's out of the freezer, like really, really cold.
Red
Yeah.
Bull.
That's what it is.
All right.
I always
okay.
Shoot. They say
Room
the
temperature
symbol on there is,
Jaeger.
oh dear Lord.
Well, at least there's more people here now because when Connor falls apart, I can't hold this entire stream together with Danielle. So at least we have more people here, so I don't have to carry the load.
Well, you have me for a few minutes until I hear the garage door go up downstairs, and I hear that the wife and kiddo are home. So
What? Gee, what is an instigator?
Was this?
Yeah, I
everyone
don't
know?
know what you got coming in or out right now, Connor, as far as I'm not writing anything down. I don't know if you've got any. I guess as far as like if you get anything on your Cash App, that's up to you. You're muted.
Do we need to have like a button that you could press on the desk?
Poor guy.
Lights
This
up.
is not Connor's day.
Yeah. So I have my dad's Roadcaster right next to me, and I get confused when I'm not. So I just press it, thinking that I'm muted.
Well, D. Wayne wants just J bingo. We don't have bingo here today, Dwayne. Sorry, it's not happening.
Yeah. So we have 100 from God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm drunk.
It sounds like I got here at just the right time, Ned.
Right? I came prepared with a little downer, a little upper,
Oh, nice.
energy and vodka. Because the last time I did not come prepared, and apparently it's a necessity. Much like the F Fridays of yonder.
Ah,
4
yes.
shots of
Good
J-Dub.
times they were.
Oh my gosh. I'm missing people's names now. 4 shots from Let's Go Brandon. That's his name. And Dwayne Rapp. Thanks for 20 for Just J Bingo. And $2 from Zach. Is the Me Monster coming on stream? Who?
It's a. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
You got inside jokes around here.
Oh,
I
see.
guess it's a Zach thing, Zach joke,
Okay. I'm
but
scared.
it's a thing. Just I'll
Okay.
have to tell you.
I'm scared.
The lore goes deep.
Oh God. I'm so strong right now. I don't want to drink anymore, but I have to. It's my obligation.
Yep.
You
what
kind
you
of
get for
written
doing
yourself into a
$25
corner now. I know all about that.
And guess what? My
Ugh.
roommate hates this. My roommate hates this Screw Saturday.
Why?
Elaborate.
Because let's say family issue
Oh,
that
gotcha.
relates to the alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha, buddy. Understood.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. So she was very disappointed when I say that this Saturday is Screw Saturday.
So you're going to follow this up, though, with a Screw It Sunday, right? Like right after today, we jump right back into the saddle tomorrow with the Screw It Sunday. Am I correct?
Screw
For his
Sunday
sake, I hope not.
Or balance it out with like a sanctimonious Sunday, a totally wholesome stream.
Yeah.
Except instead of paying people to, or people paying you to drink, they pay you to hydrate.
Pay for prayers.
$5 shots of water.
I
There
learned
we
that today. It's
Immediately.
H2O is water. H2O is water. I learned that today on my stream. H2O is water. I didn't know that before, but now I know. So have some
Oh, wait.
H2O.
Well, we now know somebody hasn't seen an Adam Sandler movie.
And the reason I'm closing my eyes is because I wiped my tonsils that I broke on the floor on this hand, and I rubbed my eyes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, Connor's broken.
Are you okay there, bud?
I am broken. I'm okay.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yep. I'm still functioning. My eyes aren't.
Did you get hot sauce in them? Is that
At
what you
least
said?
My left eye isn't functioning. I'm
Oh,
so drunk.
no.
Oh my gosh, this is bad.
Yo, I didn't know I was brought on this stream to carry the whole damn thing. I mean, I thought I would just kind of hang out, but then I found out all of a sudden I'm brought on the show just to.
Now you're having to babysit, huh?
I have other things to do, Connor. I mean, but instead you bring me on and you're like, yeah, just carry the whole thing, just provide all of the entertainment. Jeez.
Oh, hey, and thanks, Zach, for $2. Happy Humility Month to your roommate. Thanks.
Well, that's a zinger. Woof.
Can you provide a TLDR with Steve? I don't know him. Steve is a great guy. Mr. Gosney, you can go to, what's his website?
Here, I can put it in.
SteveGosney.com, I believe.
Oh, is it SteveGosney.com?
Yep, I believe so. We'll
Buy
have to
his
check.
book to support him and subscribe to his channel too.
Yeah, Steve Gosney, one of my best friends, met him today, but we've been best friends for a long time. And so, yeah, definitely hop over and subscribe to him. We've been good friends for a long time, ever since an hour ago. So definitely do that.
Yes. The Wizard of Gaz is an awesome dude. I love him to pieces. I
Yes.
missed him at DW this year, but yeah, one of the best dudes ever, and such an absolute wealth of knowledge on just all kinds of things. Been tremendously helpful to me in just my journey of being a writer now and all that. So it's been awesome. So I'm very happy to
He's
be in
incredible.
this.
Business Gig Rift, she just posted all the links.
Oh, good.
Shazzy's link. There you go. That's
Oh, hey, I did have it right. Nice. SteveGosney.com.
But yeah, how was Dollywood, Kaiser? Sorry.
It was fantastic.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we had a great time. I got down, let's see, Wednesday night. And so me and a couple others, we actually planned ahead. We split a cabin 3 ways. So like 3 days in this giant ass cabin in the middle of nowhere, basically cost us like $250. It was really good. And so we all were able to just go out, have fun. We hit a couple of really cool restaurants. There's a little restaurant down there in Sevierville, that general area. I got to definitely shout out because it was freaking awesome. Papa's Catfish Kitchen. Oh my God. Freaking amazing. Loved it. I will definitely be going back next year. We didn't know about it when we got there until the table next to us ordered it, and they brought out like an actual like big tray of like crawfish, and I'm like, so yeah, next year that is totally happening. But
Yeah, I'm doing my best to save up money for next year for sure. Because
yes,
after watching the FNL and the other videos that people sent, I was jealous. For sure.
oh yeah, I 100% understand, man, and like I said, next year you need a place to stay. Want to split a room, split an Airbnb like we usually do. I'll say me and Rex usually split a place, and then whoever else wants to join in on it, and we usually get a big enough place. We've got like 5 or 6 people now that are interested in all like getting together in one cabin. So like we're going to have to find a bigger place. So
How far
Yeah.
out do you guys set the date for the next one?
So I mean that's on expert's end. I think that he usually tries to start like really nailing down stuff usually about 6 months in advance, but I mean
Nice.
we're already all talking about it. We weren't even we were still packing up from this year and talking about next year. But
Yay,
So
that's
is
awesome.
it
Yeah.
usually like the same, like around the same time?
around the same time, we moved it from the same time last year to the it did it in like the late May last year, and then we moved it up to June this year because I think there was something going on where like there was somebody that we wanted to have come out. I can't remember which one of them it was, and it just made it was easier on everybody for June instead of May. But yeah, I think that's probably, if I had to guess, that's probably where it's going to be set up. So
Awesome. I'd love to go. That'd be awesome to see you guys in person. I went to the Geeks and Gamers meetup this past
that's cool.
April. Those guys don't even set the date until maybe 2 months before. It's like, so I heard 6 months. I'm like, hallelujah, because it takes time to like make the preparations and like the cost of the travel and all
okay.
those things,
The preparation was mostly, like, at least for travel preparation, was mostly on our end, just us together. It's kind of like, okay, we're setting the date for this. Y'all do whatever you're gonna do. It was good though. I mean, such a great group of people down there, and just I have found my tribe, and I could not be happier about it. So,
Aw.
and just yeah. I had to warn everybody up ahead of time. Like, look, beware, I'm a hugger.
Yes, you are, Kaiser. You're huggable though.
Well, I got that going for me.
You're a sweetheart.
Oh,
Absolute
thank you.
sweetheart of a person. Probably one of the best people I know.
Oh,
By far.
dang it,
And you're a lot of
emotional.
fun. Like you bring the party. Like
Oh boy, yeah. I don't even think I can
Fire
talk
starter?
about the. I don't think I can talk about the party that happened outside.
you'll have to fill me in.
No, we were all having fun. Yeah, everything was on the legal. It was fine. Just I play things up a little bit. Oh goodness.
Anything new with you, Moxie Dame?
Anything I would do what?
Anything new? I know
Anything
you have
new?
your
What you
grift
been
stream
up
set
to?
up for tonight.
Yeah, I
think,
do
right?
have my monthly Griftapalooza this evening. It's a little late. I've fallen into so for those who don't know me, I've kind of been around, kind of like meandering around different spheres, whether it's the law tube side or the nerds, and I've kind of been hanging out with a whole bunch of nerds lately, and I miss you guys. But I see D Wet over in those chats too, so it's good to see familiars around
Nice.
wherever I go. But yeah, my Griftapalooza is this evening at 9:00
Ooh,
Pacific
fun.
time. I don't know how many more I'm going to do of these. We'll see how it goes. But the last couple of months, I hit the tier goals, right? I'm not doing $20 shots or $25 shots. Get out of here with that business.
Yeah, I switched to 50. Like from now on, it's gonna be 50.
Mad lad. But the top tier is you get a whole month, and I'm going to let the chat decide what it's going to be. The other month it was Gothy Moxie, and I overcommitted, and I had to dress up as Gothy Moxie for every stream I went on for April. That
I
was
like
a little
Gothy
much.
Moxie.
It was
Killed
a
it.
bit much.
Yeah, because
you.
you did really suit for the goth Mox.
I had another life once upon a time. So I'm like, I already have some of the get up. I mean, like, but that was fun. And then for May, I was like going with like the Star Wars theme, and I was my goal was for Moxie Jade, like Mara Jade, who I
Ooh,
guess
nice.
it's not as popular of a character for a lot of people, but
Which is a
didn't hit
travesty,
that one.
really.
But so this month, I have a couple of options. So if we hit top tier, it's Matrix Moxie, which is not too different than Gotham,
Goth.
a little.
Okay.
And then there's like other like cosplay options, which this is a humiliation ritual. I understand that because I have new guests on usually on Mondays, and Dark Phoenix, yeah, she'll be doing the interview. So we'll see what happens. It'll be fun.
And Jess, I haven't watched your channel before. I just subscribed, but what do you
thank
cover
you.
on your channel? Because I don't know. I just met you.
Hi. Hi, Just J Hip. Just J. I want to say Just J Jip because of the,
GGG. Yeah.
the digits. So Mondays, I usually have a new guest. It's typically a content creator, and kind of have them, if they're promoting something, I'd love to get information on that, what they're up to. Also, I kind of just like have them join me as my co-host for the evening. So we cover like a little bit of newsy bits, some cringy or wholesome content. I'm a fan of the cringe. And one of the segments is Misconnections. So that is still alive and well. We visit those posts on Craigslist, and yeah, we have a good time. My channel, it's not really like streamlined like other people that like I talk about this content all the time, which doesn't do me any favors growth wise, but it's fun for me. And when I find that I'm not having fun, I don't want to do it. So as long as I'm having fun, I'm just gonna be me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, you do what you want to do until it becomes not fun, and then you do something else. And if you can't find something else to do in the YouTube world, if you are stuck on one thing and you can't get out of it, you're going to be in trouble on YouTube. You have to have a different thing to do. Like I did, Vomit and Dick Lickman for a while, but I had to find other things to do. I had to find other things to cover rather than a couple of loser journalists that I dislike. And you have to do something different. So no, I appreciate that, because it's part of YouTube. It's just doing something different occasionally. You can't stick to one thing. So no, I'll definitely check you out. I'll check out some of your streams.
I did have a monthly installment called That Crime of the Month, where my co-host Leon, aka Words of Paradise, he would join me and we talk about a court case very non-professionally. It was very inappropriate for some viewers that left me nasty comments, but we would pick, like, we had Gypsy Rose, the Slender Man attack.
Mhm.
So we've done some of those. We might pick those up again, but for those who don't know, and I don't want to dox myself necessarily, but I don't think this is too much. So I work for a dog rescue. And
okay.
one of the things I do, I work for a dog rescue, and I'm the program coordinator for a prison program where we take dogs that have been rescued from the shelter and we put them into a program with selected inmates, incarcerated persons. I'm in California. They're not called inmates anymore. Incarcerated persons. And we put them through a 14-week dog training program with professional dog trainers that run their own businesses elsewhere. And so at the end of the program, the ideal outcome is that the dogs come out better behaved and more adoptable, and that the inmates are working toward their rehabilitation. And then it gives them a certification showing that they put in the work, the homework, and all that stuff to complete the program. We just had a graduation yesterday for one of those. It was a big turnout with guests and staff and everything from the facility. It was about almost 70 people. So it was a good program, but we're not going to run it at a couple facilities because of the heat during the summer. But so we have a couple more programs starting up, and one of them, and this is the next thing, I'm getting to a point. One of the inmates that's going to the new program is the Pelosi hammer guy.
Really?
He's going to be one of the students. So, yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
I saw his application because when the inmates want to participate in a program, they have to submit an application and give a little blurb, handwritten or whatever, about why they want to join the program. It was fascinating to me that his handwritten submission it seemed like it was written by an 8-year-old. So so many questions about that whole situation. I don't think I'll be able to pull him aside and say, hey, what's up? What happened there?
You know what really surprised me about that, because you mentioned it, the Slender Man thing with the attack that went on up there. I believe it was Wisconsin. Was the same detectives that were involved with that were also the same detectives that were involved with the Darrell Brooks case. It came full circle for me because it was the exact same detective that covered both of those cases. I can't remember his name offhand, but no, it was interesting just to watch both sides of seeing him do one interview with the kids and then do his interview, I guess the other detective actually did the interview, but with Darrell Brooks. But no, he was involved highly in both cases. And that was pretty amazing to see because, he was involved in a couple of major cases that occurred there. And it was something to see.
Interesting. That reminds me too, considering the Karen Reed trial and the Commonwealth and the DA and all that stuff. It's the same prosecutor, I believe, if I'm recalling this right, that was involved in basically what ended up being a police cover-up in the murder of this woman who had formerly been a police explorer in the program. And she was, people would say she was groomed by the staff when she was a teenager. I personally witnessed this in a local police department I was a dispatcher for. And she ended up getting pregnant. And then she was unalived, and they tried to say it was a suicide. Like, all kinds of stuff happened, but it's the same departments and some of the same investigators involved. I need to revisit how that crosses over, but interesting.
Really?
So yeah, all that to say, I want to get back into LawTube stuff because it's fun. And I'm thinking that because I do have access to the prison, a couple of them, and some of these cases that you wouldn't have heard about otherwise, when I'm creating my profiles for my student participants, I do my homework. look up their arrest and I look at the circumstances, and every now and then you get the court transcript or the court summary. It's
Mhm.
like, oh wow, okay. And especially as a woman going into a max male facility, they gave me a whistle, very helpful.
Ah.
Um,
Gotta
but
keep kids safe now,
yeah,
Yeah.
whistles.
I don't know if you talked about this because I was on a little break, but didn't the Slenderman murder get released recently?
She was released from a psychiatric facility, but there was no murder. Actually, it was just an attack. The girl actually survived. She was stabbed
Yeah,
many times,
stabbed.
but she survived.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, she was
I
lured to
am
the
so sorry.
lured to the forest by her best friends, who ended up stabbing her a whole bunch of
I know
times.
she died, huh?
She did not die.
No,
Oh,
she
thank
did not
God
die.
for that.
Actually, she came out with a pretty wonderful. There was a documentary or something
It's
that
going
she
back
came
in.
out with, and she shared her feelings on the whole thing. It was pretty good. But no, she did not die. She survived, and actually, her response was actually pretty good if you think about it. For what she went through, I wouldn't say she was 100% forgiving, but I would say she was 100%. I don't know. Showing a little bit of grace in
Well, that's
the
nice.
entire ordeal. So no, that was the thing. I watched it ad nauseum. I really wanted to grasp what was going on there. And had I been on YouTube at that time, it's one of those cases I would have loved to follow. I
Mhm.
mean, that one was huge. And I mean, they actually really were. These are two young girls who I think one had some mental problems and the other was literally duped in her own brain at the time to do what she did.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I can't excuse it. No one can excuse
Right.
it. But at the same time, at the age of what, 13
Wow.
or 12 or whatever they
Yeah.
are, you have to, make some exceptions and say, well, people that young can do stupid stuff
Their
because they're
brain's not
brainwashed by something.
Yeah.
And that happens. As adults, it can't happen. It shouldn't happen as adults. But at the age of 12, and when I watched the police cam video where they are interrogating her, I mean, just the way she was talking, or both of them were talking, I was like, geez, these kids have been manipulated by the internet, and this is not good. And I'm glad. I think both of them are free now, sort of. I think.
Jason JJ in the chat said that he's in Wisconsin and she's going back in apparently, so that was short lived.
Yeah.
Well,
And also changed her name to a boy, declared herself as a boy now.
Yeah.
well, I haven't seen that, but if she needs to go back in, especially if it's for mental reasons, go back in, because that's what I always support. If anyone's ever in trouble or is ever in a state where they need some sort of help, it's like I said earlier, with me and Lips, who was put me in a lawsuit. I said this earlier. She sent me, I don't know, hundreds of texts over a day, and I felt it was my obligation just to respond and show kindness, because I don't want to be responsible for anything, and I want to make sure I can go to bed at night. And that's what I did. I don't care how badly I'm crucified on the internet or YouTube or whatever for being what I consider nice. I did what I had to do.
What you thought was right.
Right.
Yeah.
And mental health, I always tell people mental health is just as important as physical health. You've got to take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
And we all of us struggle with something. I don't care who you are. As long as we're human, we're highly fallible.
Mm-hmm.
We all got issues and we all need each other. We all need each other's support. And never feel ashamed to reach out.
If someone is actually just a bad person, that's fine. But I'm going to do my portion. I'm going to
You're going to do the right thing
first and just make sure everything's okay. Because after that, I can go to bed at night. I don't care. And she went on 12 hours later, talked smack about me, and that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't mind. I can handle that.
Well, because you're aware too that there's some mental health stuff going on, and it's just a deflection, and that's usually how people cope. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's why when you make yourself available, your time is also very precious.
Yeah.
And you got to utilize that, the best that you can. But it's not your obligation to fully, just give yourself completely to anybody.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Support alone is
I gave
important.
myself up limitedly, but at the same
boundaries are important.
At the same time, I have to go to bed at night because if something was to happen, if there was a crisis, I have to make my limited opportunity and go, try and cool things down a little bit. But, after that, if she's going to continue to, rain hell on me, that's fine. I don't care because I did my part. But it's part of 3D life meeting 2D life. And
that can, like you said, that can get complicated.
Friendly.
Thanks, Gene.
Yeah, I agree there. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, I did the best that I could with what I could do.
Yeah, and however somebody ends up, I don't know what I was going to say.
But yeah. It's definitely one of those things. I mean, if you can't look yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, I did my best, then you need to just change something up. I mean, before I got to meet a lot of you guys out there and really kind of, found where I was supposed to be. I mean, I was in a kind of a not good place. I was not exactly what I would consider a nice person, and I reflected that a lot. And honestly, getting to know people more, branching out and like this, I've been able to embrace the side of myself that I could really just not before, and just be happy with who I was. And,
well, you also get yourself permission to be loved by people.
Right.
You've accepted the love that people are willing to give to you, and that's where we got to be in our life. We got to be able to accept the love that's given, and you usually know if it comes from a good or a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to say this, though. I knew when I was reaching out, I knew it probably wasn't coming from a good place. At the same time, I just felt it was my obligation as a human to be on the safe side. So I knew I was walking into a lion's den, but at the same time, I have a job to do as far as being a person in 3D life. And I took a lot of hits for it, and I mean a lot. I mean, I woke up later on that day, and I had messages after messages of people that just were really mad at me. And I was like, I did what I had to do. I did what I felt was right. And maybe we'll come to an agreement at some point, but at the time, I have to do what I feel is the human thing to do. And I'll always do that. I don't care if it's a hater or a lover. It doesn't matter to me. I'm always going to do what I feel's right in my heart. And it happens. It's 2D life. And a lot of people in the audience or in the crowd don't understand 2D life, because 3D life is completely different for me.
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, I run a show. 2 weeks ago, I had a fake fight with Megan Fox on my show that we set up. I mean, we set this thing up for a week in advance where I had a fake fight with Megan Fox. It was total clickbait, but we set this stuff up. It's what we do. And because I'm running a channel, I'm running a show, I'm not trying to actually cause controversy. I'm running a show of humor. And we had a complete text back and forth fake fight. And we set it up. And then these dummies were like, oh my God, J-Hib's turning on Megan Fox. And like, oh boy, Have you not seen
Yep.
my channel? This is what I do. I set everything up in advance. So I don't know. I don't know where to go with it, but I just tell you, everything I do is for a joke and it's always preset. I don't just fly off the handle and do something crazy. I make my material before I do a stream. It's how I run my stream. And if people don't like it, they won't watch it. But I set it up the way I want to set it up. And I do it with my friends, whether it be Tug or whether it be Megan. I do it with my friends, but I also, I hate to hog the show here, but I also set myself up with the right friends, right?
It's
I mean,
important.
I started my show, and after my third stream, Megan Fox loved it, Tug loved it, and they picked up on it and shared it. And I still didn't know Tug really that much. We messaged each other back and forth for advice. And then I was thrown in that lawsuit. And next thing you know, on the day after, Tug calls me on the phone. And I was like, holy crap, I'm in communication with Tug. And I'm like, I didn't think this would happen 4 months into YouTube or 3 months into YouTube, that I'm having conversations with Tug and now on a regular basis. You know, it's like, I didn't think that would happen. And
Very cool.
but, you know, that's what happens when you're thrown in a lawsuit, I guess. So I hope I get thrown in 4 or 5 more. That would be great. But we'll see what happens. I'm working on it. We'll try. All right. I'm going to yield the floor. Sorry.
Well, there you go. That is cool, though. I like the philosophy. It's really nice.
I don't know what's going on.
I heard you're pregnant. What happened here?
Yeah, no, I was kind of distracted on that comment.
Burrito baby, perhaps? I mean,
I may or not be pregnant with the alcohol baby.
An alcohol baby.
Yeah. And probably Cinderbug. Probably.
Oh, goodness.
But I don't know.
Well,
like, these days, the only really big things to talk about are like trials, which I don't follow at all whatsoever. If I do
Right.
follow them, it's about for like 5 maybe minutes.
yeah.
I'm just locked on everything except I can talk, especially for Karen Reed.
I have
oh,
not followed
That's like
any of
big
that
thing.
trial because I've been too busy with my book.
a little hit and miss with it this time.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Oh no.
Oh.
But a little hit and miss with following that one.
Yeah, because
I watch it at on Arcadas in the morning because it's hilarious. He's so funny.
yeah, I haven't really tuned into any of the trial stuff, especially Karen Reed, and that's really the biggest thing that's going on around RawTube. So I don't know. I've just been busy with my day job because I work like 12 hours a day, and I mostly just listen to my music. And if I do tune into people's stream, it's like 5 to 10 minutes, which is like useless at all for trial stuff.
You lose a lot of context there, yeah. Oh, goodness.
And they got the P. Diddy thing still going, which is
Yeah.
a train wreck. And it's
Yeah. That one's going to be going for a while. I got you.
that's going to be going on a while.
Last thing I heard that was kind of the big thing out of that was Mike Myers was apparently working with the CIA, or was that just clickbait? Like, what happened there?
What?
Oh, who knows?
The actor. Austin
I
Powers
heard what
actually
you said.
worked
I'm
with
like,
the
wait,
government.
hold on.
Well, okay, Dan Davis. Maybe my audio's low. Maybe I'm just too drunk to talk loudly. I don't know.
Maybe face the microphone near
I
you
was like,
more.
yeah, maybe pull your mic in a little bit there.
Right
There you
up in
go.
there.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh,
Mm. Oh,
You and Kaiser.
give me those sexy tones.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I would suggest you just do better. Just do better. Be better, Vice. Come on.
Yeah, no. I need an actual PC instead of a laptop. Like I have a gaming laptop, but I guess it's just too much for Talk Studio to handle, which is Streamlabs.
Okay.
And so I had to restart and like send everyone U-Link. And I mean, even with the new stream, I'm still having trouble with having people with their camera and microphone. So I'm joined as a guest on a different stream. So
Interesting.
Kaiser, apparently you're on the stream the whole time, and it was just on my end that has the problem.
No, that's fine. I mean, hey, we figured it out though. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just glad it got figured out. But yeah, it was one of those. I was trying to actually, so I was trying to join in from the road, but you know, it just didn't work out. But it's fine. I ended up getting here, so we're good.
I'm glad that you're safe.
Same here.
Okay.
I'm glad to be home.
Yeah, because honestly, when you joined while you're driving, I was kind of worried because you're. Well, okay, I shouldn't be the one talking because I do just driving streams as well. But
You know, I pulled off the road before I tried to join,
yeah.
right? Okay. Yeah, I was not trying to audio troubleshoot while I'm driving on the highway.
Hell no.
That's a good idea. So I pulled off, and I'm just like, I can literally just have the phone sitting there, and I can hear everything, and I can talk while I'm looking at the road. So yeah, my attention's not
Have I
divided.
streamed with you before, Kaiser? I don't know if I've ever been on a stream with you before.
I think we might have been on one of these before with Connor before. I'm not sure, but yeah, I remember I think we've talked. Yeah, I'm pretty like 99% sure we have.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you were a complete stranger and I should put up any roadblocks.
Oh, don't worry. I do that to myself enough. I unfortunately unfortunately have been having a really nasty little tick lately where I cannot stop banging on about this project of mine. So I cannot stop banging on about it.
I don't know what you're banging on, but this is getting a little uncomfortable for me.
Well, okay. So for those who may not yet be in the know, just some things have kind of been changing a little bit on my end, and I've been after Jeff's passing, I was right in the process of writing a book for him and doing some stuff, and I had to change gears, but I still wanted to keep writing, and so I decided to dig up an old story of mine that I had plotted out a long time ago, but I'd never done anything with. And I just remembered falling in love with these characters again. And I just said, what the hell? I'm going to go ahead and do it. And so I kind of wrote a novel.
Oh, nice.
The first draft of my first of 3 in this trilogy is done. The first draft is done. I'm up through 15 chapters of editing right now. And I've already started on the second book. I'm already 10 chapters over 220 pages, I think, at this point into the second book. The first one actually came out over 1,013 pages.
Wow.
So, and the most laughably crazy part about the whole thing is just, I'm like, holy crap, I did that entire book in 81 freaking days. How did I manage that one? Yeah, 81 days. I managed to get that entire book done, and I'm now, like I said, I'm in the editing process. I've found a gap in the timeline. I need to go back and actually add 2 more chapters now. So that's fun. And then, yeah, now I'm actually in the process of also getting on the second volume, and the second volume's continuing the story moving forward. It's a 3-part trilogy, and it's a hero's journey of a young man who gets basically, for lack of a better word, superpowers, and ends up getting kind of pulled into this group that's essentially kind of like the super friends of their world, and they're falling apart. But joining in this group, he kind of ends up pulling everyone together as they show him the ropes, and he ends up becoming just having this journey from just being a kind of a young, stupid 20-something kid to, learning how to become a man. And not only that, but just dealing with, the trials of that. And also, falling in love, the, grief and guilt, and also PTSD, a little bit of other things that are coming up in the story. And it's, he's kind of in this recovery period right now in between the midpoint of book 2 before things really get kicking off. So it's been a long journey, but it's been very cool to just,
because I've been thinking about writing a book myself. I was going to write a book about how to get in a lawsuit in less than 4 months on YouTube, and not only that, but how to get involved in 2. So
Right.
I have some records going on here, but I want to continue on. I don't know if I can get into 3 or 4, but I'm still working on it, because Just J Hip is very capable of finding his way into a lawsuit. If anyone has any doubts about what I'm capable of, I can find my way into a lawsuit at any time. And if you want to be in a lawsuit, Kaiser, I will help you. I will help you. I will get you in, just like I did with Megan Fox and Doug and all the rest of them. I will help you into a lawsuit because I'm a good guy and I'm sharing.
I'm just going to say for the
Sharing
record,
is
I'm
caring.
poor. So, they.
So, how far are you in your draft, Kaiser, for your book?
First book or second book?
The first.
Okay. So, I've gotten through editing 15 out of 57 chapters. So I've still got a long way to go, but yeah, I kind of hit a stumbling block. Like there's a section that needs to be retooled a little bit. And so I need to fix that up, but it was just, I've had a lot of ideas bouncing around the old noodle. So I had to, get those committed to paper. But yeah, I just added 3, about to add a 4th new character. There's a couple more, I think, that are at least that I know of. 2 more that'll get introduced in this volume later on, because I wanted the first one to kind of be a little bit smaller cast and kind of get you into the world. And then, the first one ends with things kind of going to crap, and they end up like, oh, we need to shore up our numbers bad. So now we're in the second one, we're kind of bringing in more characters, more personalities, and it's been fun to write when just kind of create these additional characters that were not in my original plan, but now I'm as I kind of went through the process, I had this idea and I'm like, this really needs to be expanded. And yeah, it's a blast. Total geeking out, like total nerd stuff. But I think there's something for everybody in the story. I think there is something that anyone who reads it would be able to grasp a hold of and just kind of relate with, because it's all told through the first person perspective of the main character as he's going through these trials, as he's going through this. So you're in his mind, you're seeing everything through his eyes, experiencing everything along with him. And yeah, he does stumble, he makes mistakes, but he learns from them and grows. And just especially with writing a lot of the character interactions and especially the I will definitely need that advice. Yes, please. But yeah, also, and really honestly, the love story has been really a major thing that I didn't think I would enjoy as much as I have. But it's really been cathartic in my own just day-to-day life, and just, because I never thought about it in that way, but it's actually kind of helped me connect better with my wife, actually working through my own stuff through my writing, and kind of making me think about ideas and how to approach topics and things like that a little bit better. So it's been a huge, boon to myself. Especially, but then, I've still had a lot of, I've had some pretty major losses and stuff like that in my life and everything. And some of them I've dealt with, some of them I've kind of not. And just with how things have shaken out, and just, you know, as I'm writing the character now, as he's going through this journey of like survivor's guilt and PTSD, it's been strangely cathartic to kind of work through that, even just kind of vicariously through these characters. And yeah, it's been amazing. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah.
Yeah, and Moxie, how's your AI dungeon going?
The AI dungeon, those have been fun. So Darnell Quigley, he's mostly a co-host, but he's been doing some of his own stuff these days. He's a character and a half. So we've been doing the AI, I think it's just AIdungeon.com, and it's kind of a choose your own adventure story, and you can tweak how things are going, and you don't like that outcome, okay, let's regenerate it and go from there. So it's kind of like writing your own story, nothing cathartic. Well, it's cathartic in that it's an escape, and it's been fun. But yeah, we're still doing those on Tuesday nights for about an hour. So the saga continues. Hopefully we only have a couple more streams left, though, because it's like, come on, get on with it. AI really wanted to keep us held up in a shack for like 2 weeks. But but it's been fun, and actually it's made Darnell want to start writing his own stories. And
Oh wow,
we
that's
kind of
awesome.
talked about that. So
Well,
see.
if he's
We'll
ever
see
in
what
need
happens.
of if he's ever in need of tips or anything, I'm happy to lend what little knowledge I have to the cause.
Is this your first attempt at writing a full novel, or have you done others in the past?
I've done short stories before. I have written a couple of other just, you know, projects in my time, but I just, you know, they never really finished them. I didn't really have a lot of like, they were smaller kinds of things. Like, you know, I would get an idea and I would just start writing it, and then it was just kind of peter out. But then back when Jeff was doing the Lovecraft and Poe streams, I was like, you know, I really love that type of, I've always loved that kind of type of horror anyway. And I said, you know what, I can take a stab at it, and I bet I can do something about this same type of, like, you know, that creeping slow burn sort of existential dread. So I started writing again, and I was like really into it. I'm like, I actually have a chance here. And then
creative spark.
Yeah, after everything that happened, it was one of those where I just kind of said, okay, I need to take a break from this particular project. And yeah, I mean, finding this, you know, old story of mine, it just relit that fire, and I just said, I'm going to go for it. And well, I did.
Awesome. So how far out are you from like actually completing it to where you want to move on to looking at getting it published? And
so I need to finish editing for the first book, and then I want to at least get through the end of the second book, try and maybe get started on editing that, and before I start looking. But yeah, I've already got the outline for all 3 in the series.
Oh, nice.
And it's got a definite beginning, middle, and end. This is a contained story. There will not be anything after that, but I want it to make sure that whenever I do get to the ending, it is an optimistic, really, you feel like you've gone on a journey, and that journey has a positive ending and a positive message. And I like to think, I cannot remember the name. There's an old story or an adage that I heard one time. It was like, you know, the best stories don't end at the end, they end at the beginning. So, hang on a second. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And the family is here, so I got to split.
Oh, I only have a few more minutes myself. Good to see you, Kaiser.
Good to see you,
Kaiser.
Fantastic. I will see y'all later. Bye.
Yeah. And I'm
Bye.
barely available to function, so I think I will slowly end my stream here.
Hydration.
Yeah, I know. I got the mega pint here with water.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm happy that it comes in a pack of 4. So I got 4 of the mega pints.
Okay. Yeah, I would need 4. Somehow I always only end up with 1 of a type of glass. So, oopsies. I'm a klutz. What can I say?
Yeah, but I know Kaiser left already, but thank you Kaiser for joining, and thank you everyone for coming in, all the guests, and Moxie. Other
Yes.
than your grift stream that you're coming up soon, what else do you got going on?
Monday is my regular show that I mentioned earlier. I have Leon, who's typically like my producer, one of my besties. So he will be co-hosting on Monday. Tuesday, the AI Dungeon. Later in the month, we're going to be doing another Star Trek Next Generation table read where me and a band of misfits get together and we read the script for fun episodes of Next Generation and with visual support and everything. But those have been a blast. That'll be at the end of the month. So I post everything on my Twitter, Surly Durly, and my YouTube, Moxie Dame. I kind of post well in advance so you can see what I'm up to for the upcoming weeks. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming.
Yeah, I love your interviews that you do with everyone.
Thank you.
It's a blast just learning about people.
Yeah, we'll get you on one of these Mondays. Have some saucy rabble.
Yeah, so Saucy Rebel is probably my favorite segment that you do, just because I get to learn about people
Mhm.
and stories that people usually don't tell about themselves. To just be, I guess, vulnerable
Mhm.
by themselves, and
Yeah, Camelot was one of those guests where I kind of had my outline for what I was going to talk about, and it just kind of got derailed in the best way. He started talking about his novel that he was writing, and it was all a little more of a vulnerable side. Epic Mike also, we kind of just started talking, and it just flowed really well. And you get to know people, and you get to see this other side of creators that um, typically show you one angle, and they talk about certain things on a regular basis. But on my show, they just get to talk, and I like that about my Monday show is just getting to see the other angles of the people that you already follow and watch and just have a good chat, have fun. So thank you. I'm glad you watched.
nice. And Jay Hip, anything else going on for you except for people watching?
No, I can't do people watching tonight. I'm actually sick. I hopped on here. I did my stream earlier, and then I hopped on here. But I'm not doing people watching tonight. I do a members only on Tuesday, and of course I'll be back on Wednesday. Wednesday, as I open for Tug and Megan, as always. I do their opening, and then of course, next week I will do Friday and Saturday people watch as normal. But no, I do have to. I do have to rest up tonight because it's been a rough day, but we're getting through it. But no, Jess, if you ever want me on your stream for any reason, you send me a link. I'm always happy to pop on to anyone's stream.
Awesome. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, look me up on X. Send me a link. I'll hop on whenever I'm available. But thank you so much, Vice, for having me on. I do appreciate it.
Yeah,
I do have to
no
go.
problem.
I have to go to bed here now. I'm really tired. So
Jay, I'll be in touch with you on X.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, be in touch with me on X.
Yeah.
Or Facebook or wherever you want. Just
Okay.
send me a
I'll reach
message. Reach out. I'll always hook up with anyone. You want me in your stream? I'll be here. That's what I do.
I'll plan on coming on one of yours soon.
Yes,
Whenever.
definitely. Yeah, hook me up. I'll have you all on. Because we'll do people watch again next Friday. And it's a good time. It's a good hangout to play some bingo and win some prizes, and definitely plan on that. But thank you, Vice, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Have a nice day, everyone. Be safe out there. Be safe and enjoy your Saturday.
You too, Jay.
All right, see y'all later. Goodbye.
Thank you, Jay Hip, for joining in. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
And-
anytime you ask, I'll be here.
Oh yeah. And Danielle, anything going on with you? Are you feeling better?
I am feeling human today. So that's good. And doing better. And I appreciate everybody's
good baby.
support and reaching out to me and everything through all these past 3 weeks. And not much going on. I'm just ordering some more stuff from the grocery store. So I don't have to go. And thanks for, I just said that. Thanks for having me on.
Man, no problem. And anything going on with you, Moxie Bug?
Oh, she was napping, but potato support animal.
Oh yeah,
Obligatory hellos.
yeah. And if anyone wants any updates on the emotional support potato pig dogs, that's a mouthful to say.
It is.
I did an update on my X account. They're doing great. The shelter that they're in is a no-kill shelter. So they're enjoying life. They're living their dreams. And it is sad that usually English bulldogs, they live for about 9 years and they're going up on 8 years now. They're like around 80 years old. But they're happy. That's all that
Yeah.
matters. And I'm doing my best to find a person to adopt them. And I'd rather have them be adopted at the same time than separately
For sure. Yeah.
because they are siblings. So it is hard, especially in Korea, because of the reputation that bulldogs have. But yeah, it's a work in progress for sure. So,
Well, while they're waiting for their forever home, at least they have each other, and then they're in a
Yeah.
safe space that's taking care of them. So hopefully they do find a home together.
yeah,
It's good to see
and,
that they're doing okay.
Yeah. And after this stream, I'll drop the link for the Instagram that the shelter that they're in, so you can just catch up on all because they have cats and dogs.
Oh wow.
So I will drop a link on their Instagram link on my X account after this stream. So look out for that. And Moxie, thank you for joining. And
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
thank you for joining.
Absolutely.
My roommate's yelling at my cat, so don't mind that. And thank you everyone who joined the stream. And yeah, tonight I will sober up a little bit and do a reading of 2 chapters of Megan Fox's books, or book, as I say, which is Believe Evidence. I'll do that.
Aw.
The snores.
So I'll do that, and that'll be my last stream of the night. And thank you again, Moxie and Daniel, for staying on. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully you have a good evening, morning, night, evening, wherever you are. Love you guys. Good evening. Stay beautiful. And I'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you. Bye.